Our drive today is going to take us all the way down Hillsborough Trail to Buena Vista and then up to Lake Sumter Landing. This is at the request of Scott Weaver. Scott's one of our longtime viewers, and he'll send us a question every now and then. We really do appreciate it, and remind all of you, if you have a question about anything or a suggestion, send it in a video, and we'll use it just like we did Scott's here. Ordinarily, we would have put this on Mailbag Monday, but this is going to turn out to be a long drive, and it's a beautiful area, so we think it's worthy of its own show. We hope so, anyway. If you're following on a map, we're at the corner of Amish Path and Hillsborough Trail. We're right between the villages of Dunedin back there, Hillsborough on the right, and Lake Deaton will be up here on the left. All are beautiful neighborhoods, and we think some of the prettiest neighborhoods in the entire villages. On the right is a golf course. You see some of those ibis birds and a couple of ducks having lunch. It's about 11:30 in the morning. Passing the Hillsborough Pool and Postal Station. Lake Deaton will be off to the left here and back Warnock, and they have their own pool and postal station as well. You can see the overgrown, I wouldn't say overgrown, but the tall greenery on the right. That is for privacy, because people that build their homes backing up to a road like Hillsborough Trail or Pinellas Place, hey, Sandhill Cranes, they need privacy, or else we'd be able to tell. Are they watching Judge Judy, or maybe it's Baywatch? And you can tell when they're home and not home, so they put a little privacy in. That's exactly what I would do if I had one of these homes. Often you get some really nice homes along these major thoroughfares, because especially on the cul-de-sacs, you have room for a pool. Now I signaled and I'm merging because I can't go through this gate arm here. That would be out to Buena Vista. So I'm going to turn on the multimodal trail. And you can see all the beautiful plantings along these multimodal trails. We love it. Now the ARC would regulate how tall your privacy can be. So there's a limit to how tall you can let your shrubs go. I think those are podocarpus right here, and they make a really beautiful border or hedge. Everything grows great here, especially the weeds. It's amazing the crews do so well at keeping the weeds out of these planting beds. We're going with a different setup for you today. I have one camera only. One camera is doing all the work, and we're chugging along. We're going northbound on Buena Vista. The next road we come to will be the corner of Pinellas Place and Buena Vista. This is another one of the beautiful golf courses here on the right. That belongs to Evans Prairie. You know, after we started our channel, probably the first or second week that we had put anything on the air, one of our sons was visiting, and I brought him up here to play golf, and we were right here at this stop sign when somebody drove by and yelled out, "Hey, Jerry!" And I was just thrilled. They recognized us. Little did we know that 7 years later, we would meet so many wonderful people and bump into so many great folks. Look at those nice shrubs. Aren't those beautiful? Back in Indiana, you would not see stuff like that. No. Now you see we're coming up to a tunnel here, and they will have signs to tell us Evans Prairie Trail goes to the left. And that's going to let you over to one of the other sections of their golf courses. Usually the country clubs have 3 layouts, 9 holes each. I know on Evans Prairie there's Killdeer and Osprey and one other one that I can't remember right now. But I'm looking out there and the grass looks green, looks in pretty good shape. We're getting a lot of rain these days. Another easy-go golf cart there. That was a gas one. I could hear the motor as it went by. Now right here as we come around this corner, I was playing golf on Evans Prairie right there. And I was on that green right at that exact spot when somebody came around here. I was in an older fella like myself with his grandson, and they turned the corner here and their cart tipped over, and it was quite a noise. And we looked over and the cart was laying on its side smoking, and the grandpa was letting his grandson drive, and I believe, and they took it too fast or whatever. Luckily nobody was injured too badly. People got the cart picked up. Hole number 2 of Killdeer on Evans Prairie. And we're still making our way north. You see how we bypassed that roundabout straight ahead? You can't take a golf cart through there. It would be too dangerous. Coming down here, and another trail, another tunnel that's gonna take carts under Buena Vista over to Pinellas Place. That's how you would go if you wanted to get to the village of Pinellas or to Pinellas Plaza. It's a nice shopping area. There's a Winn-Dixie, there's Square One Burgers, there's a Chinese restaurant, there are banks. That's actually the closest neighborhood to the new Lowe's or the new Target. I say new Lowe's, it's been here for a long time, but the new Target is there. It's only been here a couple of weeks. You see the live oak trees with the moss, Spanish moss hanging down. These are just babies right here. When we get up to Sumter Landing, I'm going to show you some doozies. By the way, the word doozy, that's a doozy. I understand that came a long time ago, probably back in the 1930s. There was a luxury car called a Duesenberg, and it was quite the car. It was probably the most luxurious car you could buy in the day, and people would look at it and go, wow, look at that doozy. So really super things now are called doozies. It's a doozy. Now we're traveling along 466A, but we're going to cross over and go through Turtle Mound Golf Course and keep heading north. Why do we do that? Because we have to go down here to this tunnel. It's the only way to get across 466A here. I have a fur covering on the microphone, so hopefully you're not getting as much wind noise as I'm getting. Got my signal on, my arm is out. I don't see any traffic, so probably wouldn't really need it, but it's good to get in that habit. Do it all the time. There's nothing wrong with putting your arm out. You're not less of a man if you do it. I know a lot of people refuse to do it. I don't understand why. I bet if they ever had a wreck, they would do it. Hello, ladies. At the end of these tunnels, you see the mirror here? That mirror lets us know, is anybody else coming down? So we will know whether we're clear to go around, and we are. Coming to the top here, there's a little bump. And can you see that road on the right? That is a golf cart path that goes back into that assisted living facility. And one time on the other side of that, I didn't realize it was a golf cart trail, and I brought my car down and I had to turn around. There are a lot of confusing places here, so you want to be safe than sorry. Don't drive on the cart paths. This is Turtle Mound Golf Course right here, one of our favorites. It is an executive course, free to all residents. You know, there's nothing wrong with playing executive courses either. A lot of people consider themselves championship golfers. You know, the upside to playing the championship, you get to use your woods. You know, your driver, your 3-wood, your 5-wood, your 4-iron. A lot of times on these executives, the holes are so short, you never use your longer clubs. Now there's a fellow that's in a hurry. Now he's not going golfing because he doesn't have any clubs, so his wife's probably expecting him. I try to take it easy. I get impatient too sometimes. Anytime you're late for something, you really push it. But it's not a good thing to do. I like the word lollygag. That's what I try to do, lollygag. And right here is the starter shack for Turtle Mound. And they have quite a nice practice green up here to the right. You can't see it, there's a hill there. But right behind that is a large putting green. You can do some putting and chipping there. That actually services 2 golf courses, Turtle Mound and Sand Hill, which is just across Buena Vista. You can see it over there now. But you have to come over here if you want to practice. Aren't all these tunnels impressive? I mean, where else can you find that? Anywhere in the world, this many tunnels for a golf cart community. It's just amazing. And this is Sandhill Golf Course to our left. You can't see it yet, but as we round this corner, you'll see the starter shack up there. We've played this course many, many, many times. And again, we're going around that roundabout. You see, we can't get out there, so we have to come here. Look at that big old truck. And the starter shack. Pittsburgh Steeler fan in that one. They won the other day, huh? With that new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. This car is motioning me on, which is bad juju. Don't do that. But I'm going to go ahead so I wouldn't be sitting there all day. We're going to scoot right across. Bumpity bump. This is a mature community. I would estimate these houses to be somewhere around 15 years old. I'm just guessing. I could look that up. Now on the left here is a golf course. I don't think you can get a really good look at it, but I believe that's Yankee Clipper, and I like that course, and Southern Star is right there with it. And on the left over here, pretty far, I don't think you can see it too well, is one of those outdoor fitness courses where you can, you know, get a bench press and some leg workouts. And there are quite a few of those throughout the villages, which you don't have to go inside. Because actually you're not allowed to go inside of the fitness centers here unless you buy a membership. Extra. Sea Breeze Recreation Center, one of the absolute nicest. Linda will be coming here on Thursday to do water aerobics. This is Odell Circle down here. You go through this tunnel, again, another tunnel, if you want to go to the Odell Circle and off to those neighborhoods. It's called Bailey Trail here. And again, we're going past the other entrance to the Sea Breeze Recreation Center. It's a beautiful coastal decorated recreation center and well worth your time to come and check it out. It's a beauty. Looks good. See, you can go halfway over. It says stop right there. Both gate arms are down, so I go on over. See, this drain here has a bump, so you always want to go slow, especially me, because my camera can get knocked loose, and I don't want that. I don't want my camera to get knocked loose. And it's a pretty big detour at every roundabout, but it's worth it for your personal safety. If you hear a motor as a cart passes us, that's a gas golf cart. We, of course, are in the Easy Go Liberty, which is a beautiful electric golf cart. I love it. You can see they've placed reflectors in the middle of this multimodal path to kind of let you divide the lanes so you'll be safer. And there's a median here. Now remember, and I say this every time we're on a ride, if you are riding a bike or if you're driving a golf cart, don't pass people in these divided areas. There's not enough room to do it safely. You can wreck somebody's bicycle just by clipping their mirror or their handlebar. I wouldn't do that. See, you can pass here. But really, do you need to pass? Do you really need to? I don't know. I don't think so. And here's another divided area. See how it narrows down? There is not room to pass. Don't pass bikes, don't pass carts. You can pass walkers because technically they should get over on the grass or at least on the white line for you. No pedestrian ever won a fight with a golf cart. Boy, that was bumpy there. Can you see that building off to the right over there? We'll get closer. I don't know if we'll get a good look at it. We're passing another tunnel. That tunnel goes over to Bonita Boulevard. But over here is a yellow building. It's been here longer than the Villages. And we have heard that part of the deal was when selling the land that home had to be perpetually maintained. And I don't know the length of the agreement or anything like that, but it's there and it's kind of unique. Now straight ahead you see the path goes that way. That goes into the neighborhood. So that's a nice entrance to the multimodal trail for the people that live back there. Going halfway, checking both those gate arms are down. Now when those cars come up to the gates, if you live here, you already know, you are issued a card and it has a chip in it that you can hold out to one of their receivers there and it will open the gate for you. And some people also buy a third-party service that will put one of those in your mirror. So when you pull up, you don't have to roll down your window. You don't have to stick the card out. You just drive up and it senses you're coming and opens that gate for you, which is very handy. Now, honestly, those third-party cards that go into the mirror, they don't work on every single gate. There's always a gate here or there that it doesn't work on. It could be due to the height of your mirror or the height of the box that has that receiver in it. We're going past the water treatment plant on the right. You can't see it. It's up behind those trees. And again, we're going north along Buena Vista. We're not too far from Sumter Landing now. You can see how pretty the landscaping is. This is one of the big draws for this area of the Villages. It's established, it's mature. You know, when they build a new neighborhood, you don't have any of these big trees, or very few. Now, when they built Marsh Bend, they left a lot of beautiful trees along the Hog-Eye Trail and down near Edna's on the Green. You know, and that's great. That really adds a lot to that area. But down inside your neighborhoods, there are very few trees of this size. But again, like I told you a little bit earlier, it's amazing Simply amazing how fast everything grows here. So in a few years, these new neighborhoods, they'll look beautiful as well. Of course, if you've got the money, you can bring in a really big palm tree into your yard. They have to be watered extra and have to have some extra care and bracing. They have to be braced up. But you can do it. This is one of my fishing holes on the left here. I don't come here often. In fact, I probably haven't been here for 2 years. But it's got fish in it. The village of Sunset Point is down here as we're bypassing this roundabout again. And we are going to come up here and stop. You liking these full stops today, huh? I hope so. Now, nobody should let me cross. They should all just go ahead and do their own thing. And that's perfect. In fact, I'm purposely not making eye contact with them because I don't want them to feel guilty and wave me across. A lot of cars, huh? Makes you think the snowbirds are here. Hey, look at that Corvette. Nice car. Yeah, buddy. That was a dandy. That's probably college tuition at Harvard right there. All different cars. There's a Chevy. That's a Hyundai. That's a Prius. Oh, they're going to let me go. They're blinking their lights, so I'm going to go ahead just so as to not cause trouble here. Gate arms are down. On across I go. Slowing down for the bumpity bump. And on around. Lake Meona is a regional rec center. It's a big one. That's where we took ukulele lessons, Linda and I wouldn't say lessons, really. We went to the ukulele club, and that is a lot of fun. You don't have to be skilled. You don't even have to have a ukulele. They'll give you one until they run out of them. They have quite a few. Down another tunnel, going under. Starting to rain a little bit. Oh, did you see that car? We're going under tunnel B17. Crossing under Buena Vista. We're checking the mirror. Nobody's coming. Up we go. As a pedestrian, I don't like to walk through the tunnels. I don't feel like it's super safe. See, I told you it was starting to rain. But it's pleasant so far, and luckily we're just about to Sumter Landing. So Scott, we're going to go in there and I'm going to show you how we get there. By the way, we're entering one of the most beautiful areas in the villages. The gorgeous live oak trees, the crepe myrtles, right here as we get up near Lake Sumter Landing. I'm going to go down and probably buzz the square a couple of times and show you some of the sights and sounds of Sumter Landing. And that'll be it for our drive, because once that rain comes down, I'm going to get raindrops on my camera. You wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it either. But look at these trees. Aren't those magnificent? And we're going to turn here, but there are lots and lots more of them all down through this road, all the way up to the Savannah Center. It's beautiful. And right down here is a tunnel. Now you don't want to miss this, because if you go straight, you won't be able to cross over and get over to Sumter Landing. So we're going to take this tunnel. Uh-oh, we've got a wreck here. A golf cart wreck.
No, it's just
Everybody okay?
Yep.
You didn't need that today, did you?
It certainly did.
Not especially there.
Where's the wheel? Oh. The wheel came off the golf cart. Well, you didn't get a good look at that, but I thought it was a wreck, but I don't believe it was. I believe the axle broke or something, because there was a big pool of oil underneath the cart where it had hit the road hard. Their back tire was laying in the golf cart rack. So whatever happened there, it's an expensive fix, I guarantee you that. So we're driving along Stillwater Trail now, and up here we'll be able to take a left and we'll be on Canal Street and right in Sumter Landing. So we're gonna take that turn and drive down. I'll show you some of the sights. Put on my signal, come to a complete stop for all you armchair police officers at home. And now we're driving on the regular streets. Speed limit 10. It's because there's a lot of pedestrians here and store traffic. I'll tell you the names of some of these stores as we go by. Remember, we're on Canal Street. I'll tell you, at the end of the street is Old Mill Playhouse. That's a nice place to go see movies. 2J's on the right. City Furniture on the left. Gifts and More at the paper store on the right. City Furniture is a large store there. The Flying Biscuit, a very popular breakfast place on the right there. Consumer Cellular. Peterbrook Chocolatier. Charleston Shoe Company, Garvino's, Tuscany Salon. Thai Ruby. Relax in Comfort. Oliver's Boutiques. Naples Soap Company. Betsy's Boutique. La La Lu. Limelight, For Feet's Sake. And the one and only Johnny Rockets. Don't worry, we'll come around the square again, so we'll show you some of them that we didn't show you before. We'll pull up here. We've got a four-way stop. I believe it's our turn. We're going to turn right. Panera Bread straight ahead of us. Paradise Grill's off to the right. Sorry you can't see it better. I'm going to turn left. There's no stop there. A lot of car parking today. If you come here tonight, this will be wall-to-wall golf carts. The Lighthouse Restaurant is just down the street here to the right. Lakeshore Drive. Public restrooms there to the right. Hello. Beautiful waterfront. Cody's Roadhouse is just down the road here. In fact, I might stop there for lunch today. Oh no. The radio station we're passing by, WVLG. Red Sauce, an Italian restaurant, good place to eat. Moving around the town square, that's where the music is every night of the year. Thevillages.net, that's where we make our golf reservations online, over there to the right. And we've got City Fire. I'm going to go around one more time, just give you a look at the Old Mill Theater and Johnny Rockets. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Paradise Grills sells grills. The sales center off to the right there. That's beautiful. If you come in the backside, you think you're coming into Augusta, Georgia, with all the beautiful trees lining the road there. It's just really gorgeous. So Scott, that's a look at Sumter Landing. And we made the ride and the rain has stopped. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm gonna head down to Cody's Roadhouse here. See the water tower there on the left? That's just for decoration. Right over the public restrooms. That's the Groom Transportation. You can see the sign up here on the left. That is a place where you can catch the bus to go to the airport. Several airports, in fact. And here's Cody's Roadhouse on the right. You can see it up there. Just plain good food, they say. And that's where I'm heading right now. Thanks for coming along with us. I mean me. Enjoyed it. This is how we park, by the way. You see how I'm pulling right in? And it's one of the beautiful things about the E-Z-GO Liberty Elite. It's not much longer than a regular cart. So you can pull in like this and you're not sticking way out in the street. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. Please hit that like button if you would. I'd appreciate that very much. And as Linda always says, until next time, see you when you get here.